So what happened was I decided to climb the wall and jump off the wall to get out of the court. And I mean, it wasn't like there was no space to pass. I don't know whether it was my teenage hormones. I really don't know what. You can just imagine. This is a court full of people, students. We all came to watch the game. We were all going back to wherever we came from. It was embarrassing. Okay, it was just really, really embarrassing. Hey there, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you. My name is Doreen, alias Godgirl Masterpiece, and I'm so excited to be back. Last week I released my first ever YouTube video, and guys, the love I got on that video was mind-blowing. And to top it off, right, when I realized, or when I got the notification that we hit 100 subs, hey, I was so blown. Like, I couldn't even contain my excitement anymore. And it so happened to be my birthday as well, just in case you didn't know. So it was like, wow, like best birthday gift ever, right? So thank you all so much, all 100 plus subscribers. All 100 plus subscribers, all 100 plus of you. Hey, what is supposed to be? All 100 plus of you. Thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. Thank you so much for supporting your girl, and thank you for coming on this journey with me. I'm super excited. Okay, so as promised in the last video, I promised to make a longer video getting to know me, who I am, what I do, blah blah blah, and all that good stuff. So that's basically why I'm doing this video today. So without wasting much time, let's get right into it. Okay, so what I want to do today is get to know me in the form of question tags. So instead of just ranting on and on about me, I wanted to do it, or I'm going to do it in a question tag form. So I randomly pick some question tags, and then I'll answer. I have the questions here in my hand, and I'll tell you the truth, I picked the questions just today, sometime today, and I haven't even had the time to really think about how I'm going to answer them. So you're going to be getting my honest reaction and what I think about those questions. And so as a means of introduction, my full name is Doreen Inshiraba Battles. Doreen meaning beautiful or gift from God. Inshiraba is a Kan language. It means blessed child or blessed child. And Battles, I don't know what that means. Or if I'm being honest, I think at some point I got curious really, and I checked what the meaning of my surname was. I think what I found was farmer. Like farmer, somebody who goes to farm, right? And in my mind, I'm like, why would my surname mean that? But I wanted to see from the brighter side, right? Farmer is not such a bad thing. In fact, it's not a bad thing at all. So it's not even that deep, you get. But I also know that my surname has roots in Portugal, I think. Yeah, so I probably am half Portuguese. But anyway, let's not do that today. Okay, so yeah, that's about my name. And how old am I? I'm in my mid-20s. You can do the math. When you look at me, guess. How do you think I am? You can leave your guess in the comments. I'll probably give a thumbs up if you get it right. And I'm the first of 3 children, of my parents' 3 children, firstborn, only girl. So yeah, it's nice, but the responsibility that comes with it, you understand. If you know, you know. But anyway, so enough of that. Let's get straight into the question tags, and let's see what we have here. So the first question says, what's a random weird fact about me? Okay, random weird fact about me. Random weird fact about me. I'm thinking about it. Thing is, I don't know if there's actually a random weird fact about me, but I mean, I know that there will be. It's just, I don't know. I can't think of any right now. Let's see. An eternity later.
One eternity later.
Can I come back to this question? Because I can't seem to think of anything really. I don't know. How did I even think I'll be able to answer this? I can't even think of anything. That's the funny thing. I can't. You know what? I'll probably have to revisit this question because I really can't think of anything right now. If I think of anything, I'll come back to it and probably merge it to the video or something. The second question, it says, how would you rate your childhood on a scale of 1 to 10? I guess I would assume the question is talking holistically. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say I had like 7 out of 10. So that's like a pretty great childhood. And why I say so is that I think, if I do say so myself, right, I think I got a very good foundation in terms of education, in terms of family, in terms of and majorly these two, because education wise, I mean, my parents tried for me. They took me to one of the good schools here in Ghana. Well, to be fair, I went about 7 or 8 different schools before I entered into SHS, but that's because, like, you know, my mom was moving a lot and all of that. And if you were born to any of such parents, you know how that can be. So, but even with all of that, it didn't take a toll so much on my academics because they were all good schools, right? Or for the most part, yeah, they were all good schools. So yeah, I think educationally my foundation was good, and family-wise, I mean, if you know me personally, you know that I have such a close-knit family, especially with my mother's side. While, like, sometimes you can't tell the difference between cousins and like blood sisters because we're that tight. So I have a very close-knit family system. So, you know, there's that bond, there's that sense of community. Like, everybody is involved in, you know, grooming the child. We're not really alone, basically. So, I mean, yeah, so that's what I'll say for now. Okay, so the next question, I think that'll be the third question, says, what was the most embarrassing moment of my life? I think I remember this because it was very embarrassing. And this happened about, how many years ago? I was in JHS. So that was like approximately 10 years ago or over 10 years ago, right? So what happened was, I think my school had this sports day or sports week sort of thing, and we had invited schools, you know, and everybody had gathered around there. My school didn't have a very big play field sort of, so the football court was at one place, the basketball court was at another. They were not in the same space, right? So I was at the basketball court, like, you know, watching the game with my friends and everything. And then I think the game had ended, so we're all leaving the basketball courts. And for some reason, even remembering it now is embarrassing, guys. Okay, let me get to it. So we're coming out from the basketball court, and I don't know how best to describe this so that you guys can imagine it. But basically, there was a bit of an elevation on the basketball court. So the court was fenced, and then there's a wall. So there's a wall before the fence. So the more or less like the fence was situated on the wall. I'll probably put a picture somewhere in this video if I get an idea, so you guys have an idea of what it looks like. So that was it, and there was this part that didn't have a fence, but the wall was there, right? So what happened was I decided to, like, you know, climb the wall and jump off the wall to get out of the court. And I mean, it wasn't like there was no space to pass. I don't know whether it was my teenage hormones. I really don't know what to put it or what caused it. But long story short, I climbed the wall successfully, and just when I got down, no, I didn't fall. Don't go ahead of me, just wait. I didn't fall. What happened was I was wearing a flare skirt. So when I jumped down, my skirt, it went up. And so you can just imagine, this is a court full of people, students. We all came to watch the game. We were all going back to wherever we came from. And I wasn't the last person to get out of the place. So you can imagine there were people behind me. And I gave them a view. And I promise I couldn't recover from it for such a long time. I was too shy to show my face. See, it was embarrassing. Okay, it was just really, really embarrassing. But yeah.
5 minutes later.
So to the next question, how did I encounter Jesus? Okay, so about my encounter with Jesus, I think, so I'd say this, first of all, I was born into a Christian home. So I was born to Christian parents, and the only place I've known outside of home and school is church. So, I mean, legit, like it was in my genes, sort of. But I think my first encounter with Jesus will probably be when I entered into SHS. And I say so because that was where I really began to question a lot of things. It was in that place that I started to hear the Holy Spirit really for myself. It was there that I started to really understand, what my call was, who my identity in Jesus Christ was. I got together with some other believers who became my friends. We used to study the word together. We used to pray together. I joined the praise and worship team. I joined SU very late because for some reason I was pushing back on it. And you know what? This is a very long story, but just as a summary, basically, my main encounter with Jesus was in SHS. So yeah, if I'm to answer the question, which I hope I did encounter Jesus in SHS, and the journey has been beautiful from there. I'm loving it so far. I know there's more that God has in store, and I'm really here for it. Next question says, how would you describe your personality? So I know that I'm an introverted person, right? When I say this, a lot of people don't believe me, which is normal, because the truth is I am very out there, if you understand. I'm very you see me a lot. I'm like one of those people that you see a lot. Some people even call me the life of the party, right? But to be very honest, I'm an introverted person. I cherish my space. I don't like it though. I cherish my space. You could leave me in a room with a book for 30 days. Just give me food, because that's very important. Well, it's not very important, but you get the point. But give me food and give me a good book. I will stay there for you won't even know I'm there. And so I really like my space. I like to keep to myself a lot, but I understand that, especially because I hold certain leadership positions in church, and because of the kind of person I am and the kind of call that I know that God has called me to. I mean, I can't stay in that space for too long. So basically, I do retreat once in a while, just keep to myself when I need to just rejuvenate. Yeah, I tell my friends that on Sundays when church is over and in my mind I'm going home, any other thing that comes after that I just zone out, because in my mind I'm going home, I'm going back to my space. So if anybody comes up with a spontaneous, oh my God, I got this place, I checked this place out, I want us to go and check it out, let's go and eat here or something like that, see, miss me with that. I'm not even doing. But there are occasions where I do spontaneous, but more often than not, especially on Sundays, I just want to zone out and go and coil in my corner. But like, yeah, knowing knowing myself as a person, I know that if God did not save me, if Jesus did not find me, I probably I'll be in the trenches somewhere, guys. Paint a picture of your ideal man. Hey.